Welcome back, guys. Thought I would make another video giving a quick little debrief on the old HHR SS on my way home from work. And man, it's had a colorful story lately. Lots to tell. So, recently, probably the last week or so, it was starting to be a little difficult to shift gears. I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's the clutch, maybe that's master cylinder going out, something, I don't know. I've never had any issues like this before, so really didn't know. And then, it really kind of didn't seem to be getting any better, but obviously got maybe a little bit worse over probably a week or so of this happening. And then I'm on my way home one night from work, and I'm pulling onto the freeway, not doing anything crazy, go to push the clutch down, and it literally goes straight down to the floor. Nothing happens. That's it. I'm like, great. Well, my drive home is going to be fun. It was. I never had to try to really shift a car without having a working clutch pedal, and I had to make that do for 2 days. While I had time to go to a shop on a Monday because it broke down on a Friday. Perfect timing, I know. And so, come to find out, the issue with my clutch pedal is not that the clutch was broken or anything like that, is that the actual mount for the clutch pedal was like put on with like 2 weld tabs. Like 2 little stitch tabs, that's it, done. Broken. Right off. You put too much pressure on that piece of junk and it'll break right off. And mine did. And funny enough, they don't make that bracket for this car anymore. At all. Like, they don't make it for the Pontiac G5 GT. They don't make it for a Cobalt SS or anything like that. It's gone. So, in the whole United States, by the way. It wasn't just here in Texas where I live. So, fast forward a little bit, shop calls me back, and they're like, well, we have a fabricator that we can call in to ask for some assistance on this, and he can weld back the whole assembly for you so it actually functions properly. And they're like, well, since we're at it and we're here, and we wouldn't want you coming back in a month saying something else is broken in regards to this, we would advise that you replace the master cylinder. I said, okay, whatever, you're in there, go ahead, do it. I'm already paying money for this anyways. So, they replaced all that, I got it back, and man, I think the master cylinder possibly was going bad or something, because the clutch has never felt this good before. Clutch engagement is probably like mid-travel. Before it was pretty much darn close to the floor where it was before. So, huge improvement. Goes in and out of gear without problems now. Also, it was kind of funny for my own sake. I was like, you know what? The springs that I have in here that I did in the last video, the springs I have in here are too high in the back. They look stupid. And so I'm like, well, what would it look like if I put my old ones back in there and left the front just as it was? And so I did that. And the springs that I had in there before, the teen lowering springs, they were way too low. So they were literally like that much travel on them with all that installed. So I was like, no, there's no happy medium here. So it's either too high or too low. So what I ended up doing was getting the old grinder out and cutting down the stock springs for the back. And I cut off 3/4 of an inch off the bottom of it, and because I felt like that's what it needed to go down overall on the vehicle. So I measured it out, cut it in, put those things in probably within 20 minutes. It did not take long at all. And put it all back down, let it settle, drove around a little bit, and it sits bueno. Covering up the sun right now because it's super bright. But it was great. Ended up being really exactly what I wanted. The height is maybe a little higher than I would like. But the tires that I talked about in the last video are a little bit oversized due to my negligence, due to my lack of knowledge. You could equate it to a bunch of stuff. I don't care. Anyways, my tires are too big, and so if I got a regular size tire again for this wheel on this car, then I'd maybe lower it down to like another half inch or something like that. But for right now, it works out great. Rides perfect. I'm not gonna say perfect, but it rides a whole lot better than it did before. And still have a check engine light on for my cam position sensor. So I've been dealing with this problem for a long time now, and I replaced the actual sensor, cleared the code, drove it around so that it would have time to reset, and the light came back on again. It never really turned back off. So I'm really wondering what it could be, still trying to figure it out, because the light, that's the only light on in my dash, and it's really annoying. For no other better word. It's not that it affects the car that I can tell. Still be getting good gas mileage. It still runs fine. Still idles cold fine. That's why it's been on for such a long time. It's just because it hasn't really been a big hindrance or annoyance thus far. So, if you guys have any ideas, please comment below or tag somebody that might know or something. Yeah, so like I was saying before, I got cut off. That's all that's really been happening with the vehicle. Otherwise, it's been working great. Air conditioning still blows great. Haven't had really any other issues to speak of. Car's been really good. Obviously, it has a whole lot of new parts on it, so it should. Man, the list goes on and on. New battery, new rear taillights, new headlights-ish, newer brakes, new tires, new suspension, new belt, newer plugs. All of this stuff has been done within the last year or so. And what else? There's a few other things that I'm probably forgetting, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, been really happy with the car. Hopefully it lasts me a long time. I hope it does. I can't really afford anything else at the moment. It has 161,226 at the time of filming. So it's up there for like an SS. Couple of things I would like to do in the future, no promises like I've made in the past, is getting a center armrest for one of these chairs. I know they do exist, and I'm on the FB Facebook page for HHRs. So somebody posted on there that they were selling one for 50 bucks or something. I'm gonna try to look around a little bit more and see if I can't find a black one. I do not want something else. But yeah, that's the only thing. I'm also, if anyone out there has any connections for a rear subwoofer mount, like the bracketry and the way you mount a subwoofer in there with the amp and everything behind the plastic, I am looking to buy as well, so that I can install like an aftermarket 10-inch sub in factory spot. With a amp somewhere. I don't really care. Yeah, other than that, those are the only two things that I would probably be concerned about or wanting to look for. Yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any other suggestions or any ideas that you guys would like to see with this car that aren't too expensive, please feel free to comment down below, or message me on Instagram or anything like that if you guys follow me. Talk to you guys in the next video. We'll see you then.